everybody. Welcome to Popcorn Planet, and welcome to Nerd Wars. So happy to be here. I got so many of my friends here. We are going to nerd war it out on some topics tonight. Take your suggestions, your comments, all that jazz. We're also going to do some speed rounds through a lot of news topics that I just gathered to see which ones are what should we for and against, but our first main event is going to be about all these. I'm calling it the hashtag movement. What film out there that fans are now rallying for should be the next hashtag movement? In honor of Snyder Cut getting it done, props to Zack Snyder and the Snyder fans, because it seemed like the impossible, but they made it happen. But now there's so many other things brewing and filmmakers coming out of the woodwork to try and pitch their films. We're going to put them all out there. You guys in the comments can suggest some more. We're going to add them all up. We're going to figure out which ones are yes or no, which one do we greenlight, and then all the winners are going to come back for one free-for-all of which one do we pick to see what we think here on Popcorn Planet the next hashtag movement should be. And to do that, I brought a lot of my friends in. Hey, what's up, everybody? I got Steph. I got a Don. We got Darth Lunga. We got my man Alfred, a.k.a. Chris, his real name. What's up, everybody?
What's up?
How you doing?
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Excited to hang, excited to fight it out, excited to just nerd out with everybody. It's Thursday night. That's what time it is. How are you guys all doing?
All good, man. All good.
Alive.
Good.
Alive, right?
I cropped
Crazy world.
I cropped Kevin out of the shot just because he doesn't have he has a shot of South Park, so that way it just made the image.
Yeah, I
Don't
love
be,
you too, Andy.
Don't be offended.
It's
we hear him,
smart.
but
So
we
you
don't see him.
demonetize.
Yeah, and then I don't have a South Park the South Park picture on there. But yeah, everyone's doing well. Everyone's handling their being on lockdown or whatever. Everyone's making do.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Just finished chowing on some dinner.
What'd you eat, Darth Longa?
I'm sad to say I ate Wendy's.
Sad? Why? What
no
was
home,
it?
No home cook tonight. I was too tired.
What was it?
I was messing with some stuff all day, and I was gonna cook, and I'm like, nah, I'm too tired.
What'd you get?
Yeah, what'd you get?
2 spicy chicken sandwiches.
Oh.
Oh, you did. So you didn't get the ones with the jalapenos on top?
No.
Ah,
No.
Mate,
I
I'm
don't
waiting
I don't
for
go
the
that
fast food
spicy.
to open up in the UK again. Waiting for it.
When I did Wendy's, because I only eat the fries or the Frosty now, or I guess the side salad, or I guess the baked potato. They got a couple vegetarian options.
Chili.
But I remember, no, I can't eat meat is what I was getting at, because
Oh,
when I ate it, and I wasn't trying to like throw that out. I'm just saying when I ate meat, man, it was the Baconator always. The Baconator was that was a good
You will be
sandwich.
sad to
That
know there's a Baconator breakfast sandwich now.
Real, that just
They
would
have
give me such
breakfast
heartburn.
now.
I would do that just to say
So
I tried
sad,
it.
my
It's good.
back
It's
scratcher
very
broke.
good.
Aw.
It's sausage, bacon,
Wow.
a burger.
Now that's a nerd war.
And
Best fast food breakfast.
McDonald's.
No.
Well,
2 sausage and egg
reliable.
McMuffins.
Sonic is good, but
It's
McDonald's
Carl's Jr. Hardee's breakfast burger.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no, that thing is
man.
amazing. But no,
Whew.
their biscuits are good. Their steak, egg, and cheese biscuits at Hardee's.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I always dug it. But anyway,
Steph, you
good-
feeling
see?
left out here?
I have
She's
no
angry.
idea what they're talking about.
But you know,
You don't do fast food?
you can. Yeah, we do. But
No,
She's Burger
Carl's,
King.
Carl's Jr.
what is that?
It's Hardee's. Do you guys know what
AKA
Hardee's?
Hardee's.
Is?
No, we don't have Hardee's.
Used to be
Oh,
called
okay.
the $6 burger, and then they changed it to
Yeah.
the meat. What do they call it? The thick burgers or something?
Thick
'Cause-
burgers. Yep,
They're-
third pound
Yeah.
thick burgers, half pound thick burgers.
Because
So
most
they're
burgers-
usually
burgers.
known for like having like a commercial where they'll have like a girl just dripping in sweat on a car eating a burger. Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was funny
And
because
that's
they
it.
Oh,
called it
screw the burger.
They called it the $6 burger because it was like, oh, this is like that. It's an expensive burger, and then they ended up costing $6. Like it was, they couldn't keep calling it because they realized, oh crap, we have to
It's-
actually cost. It's going to cost more than that now.
Interesting. There's no Hardee's in the UK because when I was growing up, there was a Hardee's in Saudi Arabia. Of all
Really?
places, yeah.
Hmm.
That we-
I
Anyway.
don't think we ever
going
had
to.
even Wendy's. We had Jenny's.
Is that
No, we did have a Wendy's.
Did we have a Wendy's?
Yeah, I guarantee it. We
Easy girl.
Anyway, we've
Anyway,
gone
yeah,
enough
we
of a
had a
fast food
Wendy's.
tangent. I cut out all that. I try
Welcome
to
to
cut it out
Burger
now.
Wars,
It's-
everyone.
It's rough, rough on my stomach, all that fast food. So I've tried to cut it, but once in a while, you know, I get it. It happens once in a while. I'm not judging people who do it, but yeah, good on you, Dar. At least you got 2 spicy chickens. Those are on the dollar menu, aren't they?
No,
I don't even know how much they cost.
Are you
I got
shaming him then?
No.
You're
those
shaming
are-
him, aren't you? Oh,
Wait.
they're on the dollar menu.
I'm not
they are.
independently wealthy, but I'm doing okay enough to not have to worry how much the Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Yeah,
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 that's
I
really
agree.
when you're bad. I've been there. Well, I'll do the dollar menu. The bean. I get the rice and bean burrito from Taco Bell at times, which is
Yes.
that's a nice
Che-
dollar.
yes.
Easy.
Cheese-
like
I've been
nice.
getting
cheesy
the rice and bean
burrito.
burritos with Fritos.
Ooh, good idea.
Add the
Yeah, 'cause
Fritos.
they have the
Add
Fritos
fr-
for
do they-
the,
they charge
for
you
the
more.
beefy 5-layer thing. Yeah, they'll charge you a little bit.
That is a good hack.
Anyway,
Good job.
Steph, how have you been?
Good
I
hack,
see, yeah,
man.
for me, it's the cheesy bean and rice burrito, and then you add sour
Is
cream.
anyone getting hungry? All right,
Yeah.
everyone's like, "What the hell are we doing? Let's just get to this fight."
Yeah.
All right,
I'm Miss
Someone
Burger
Knock Shadow
King.
says Five Guys is good.
See,
Yeah.
Wancho was like,
I
what
did-
is that?
Five Guys with that bag of fries. Oh man,
Yeah, 187 Gaming said the 2 for $5 deal. Hell yeah, the 2 for $5s are always good.
There we go.
Burger
We're now
King
see, we're
All
all
right,
related to this.
Stop bragging, all you Americans.
we are the kings of junk food.
We are.
yeah.
It's
We
depressing.
really are.
It is
Tony
depressing.
Robinson said he had Wendy's yesterday.
All right, I'm looking for. Where did you send the list, Steph? You did it on Discord?
I sent you the list on WhatsApp.
Oh, I looked there. Why isn't it? Oh, here it is. Okay, got it. Thank you. All right, so yeah, thank you for compiling the list here. So we got a few things here. So the way this will work, Darth, Don, and I, and then Steph, or if Steph, Chris, Kevin, you guys want to chime in, let me know. But we'll try and keep it to the three of us, first main fighters, and then you guys can sort of help us judge or whatnot.
Yeah.
But Don and Darth and I will sort of, so we have a 3. I figured, but just so it's an odd number. We're going to go through this list I have, and if you guys have one in the comments you want to add before it's over, we'll see if one of you, Chris or somebody, can just keep tabs of the ones we voted yes for. That would help a lot, and then we'll go back and do one free for all. But what I want to do is I want to go through all of the movements that are currently being pitched out there. We're going to yes or no it. We'll take a quick. We're going to do these kind of fast. Quick little debates, and then we're gonna the best of 3 will take our votes and see if it makes it on to the next round. Then the final round we'll put them all together to see which one is the best to get greenlit by our studio. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Now we can also pitch one outside the box, I guess, if we want to. You guys in the commenters, I will see if you super chat one in or use the Streamlabs, then I'll absolutely add it. So get involved in the fight as well as you watch and support the channel at the same time. But let's do this. Everyone ready to fight?
Yeah, how many minutes do you want
Always.
on the clock?
Let's do. I got one here. I got my stopwatch
Okay.
up. So, but yeah, you can
Okay,
just let's see how this goes because we're gonna start chiming these to make them more
Yes.
tight and excited. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna go to speaker view first up, and then we'll decide Don or Darth which one you want to go to. Hold on, I actually gotta go back and forth now because I didn't. Hold on, there it was. All right, first up, Daredevil. People want to bring back Daredevil from Netflix. Darth, why don't you start us? We're gonna go to speaker view. Darth Daddy Lunga. Should the fans be able to get Daredevil back?
100%. Yes. 100% yes. Cox plays one of the best. I mean, not like we see many Daredevils out there, in TV shows or anything like that. But I think he pulled off that character so tremendously well, and it was the best, in my opinion, of all the Netflix Marvel shows there was. And I think just his acting style and the character style would actually fit in well with the MCU if they decided to do that. But yeah, I would want to see that Daredevil back.
All right, Don, where do you stand on this one?
I have to agree with him. I personally would love to see Daredevil back. I think I heard a rumor that he hinted at there's talks, but it's not going to be like the Netflix. So he's going to reprise the role, but do something else. But either way, he method acted that part to become Daredevil. He put in contacts to blind himself, and he deserves to be Daredevil. If there's a second shot, I would give it to him 100%.
So I'm not opposed. I like the show. I didn't love Defenders. I didn't love all the Netflix world, but it was solid. But I agree, it was a good performance. I'm just confused if it's a series or if it's like, let's bring him into Marvel. Now, if we were bringing him into Marvel and he got to do sort of a cool feature-length movie, I'd be more into that than another season of Netflix. But do you guys just want I guess I can't. This movement is also confusing. They just want to bring back Daredevil, and I assume as a series on Disney Plus is what I'm assuming. I don't need another series. I want to see him in the MCU and as a movie is where I would say yes. But I'm just curious. Do you guys disagree with me? Do you want to see him in any version? Is there a limitation to your Daredevilness?
So for me, Oh, go ahead, Luna.
Go down. Go ahead.
So for me, I would actually still want him in a series. And the reason being is I'm a big Daredevil fan. I grew up with him in the comics, and I loved them growing up. And I remember even watching not just Ben Affleck Daredevil, but there was another Daredevil movie before that. And that's always been, and this is my personal opinion, a sour taste. I don't like seeing him in movies. I like him as a character that you can expand on that universe. And if they do him on Disney Plus, they use him as a platform to expand the Marvel universe that much more, but keep it grounded. And the potential about doing that is like they could bring in and do it like the Marvel Knights, where it's more serious, but they don't have to cross into rated R. If it's Disney Plus, they can bring in like Punisher, Ghost Rider. They can do the Midnight Suns arc, where they bring in like Blade and other things. So they can use him as a way to connect the dots, as it were, in regards to it. And for the serious aspect. So I would love it to be like that.
Lunga?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see him anywhere, to be fair. I don't care if it's MCU. I don't care if it's redone as a TV show. I think the MCU would do him more justice, to be fair. The TV show, while I would like to see it, for me, it's not just about him. The whole crew that made that show would have to come back. I would have to say that, the same showrunner, same directors, same everything for me to see him back on Netflix. If they just bring him back on a show and it's all a different crew and different vision, I don't know if I'll like it as much. But in the MCU, I know they'll treat the character better.
Yeah, see, all right. Well, you guys already overruled me, so it'll move on to the next round, but I still am stuck on bringing the whole series back seems unrealistic. And I'd rather see, I saw someone in the comments even say, I'd rather see him come back for like a Spider-Man movie and have him stay as Daredevil in that world and have some of them appear once in a while. But all right, I was trying to keep it around 3 minutes. We did it. All right, moving on to the next topic. We did that one. Next topic. So he's passed on to the next round. Next up, we have Suicide Squad's Ayer cut. I'll start this one since you both started. I don't need it. And this one's not going to, if we're going to only greenlight one thing, this is not going to be it. That movie had its problems, but sure, it could be better, but I just want to see James Gunn's version now. I'm over Ayer's version. While I look, Harmless, sure, put it out as a sort of an extra on HBO Max. To me, this is like low on the list of things that we need as fans, but I'm not opposed to it. Where do you guys stand?
Lunga?
Yeah, I'll go first. Yeah, you know what? While it's a cool idea, the fact that we have, the James Gunn version coming, do I need it? No. I mean, we have a new version coming already. It's like it's there, it's coming out. Why? No.
Adon?
You know what?
Don't just argue to argue. Come on.
Yeah, no. I was about to.
Don't do it on this one. We got plenty left.
I can do it.
No. This week I think we're all agreeing. Let's cut that one off.
Yeah, no, that one can definitely be cut. And the thing I will argue is like a lot of people gave that movie a lot of flack, and I personally enjoyed it. It's a fun, vegetative movie I can watch without thinking. I'm not saying it's the greatest film, but it's
It was brainless fun.
Yeah, exactly. And I will watch brainless fun any day of the week. So.
But Daredevil,
okay
we're all way more into seeing another version of Daredevil than Ayer.
Oh God, yes. There's so much more to that.
All right, what about and we'll stay on you, Adon. What about the JJ cut of Rise of Skywalker? I have strong feelings on this one, but I'll go to you two first.
For the JJ cut, that's a whole reshoot. That's a complete redone of the movie for the for that, right? Am I wrong?
But yeah, I mean, well, I don't think it exists. I think it's all BS.
That's where I was going to get. Does that exist?
There's no JJ cut that exists. So this is all.
May I interject here?
Yeah, of course, Steph.
Go ahead.
Our fact checker, Steph.
So I compiled this list, and what I'd found was that the Star Wars fans had back in January had demanded for the J.J. Abrams cut. And J.J. Abrams has actually turned around and said there isn't one. Like he's literally said that there isn't one, but it's not stopped him still to this day asking for the J.J. Abrams cut. So
he's literally out there just to complain. Ugh. Yeah, I just want to vote this one out. Does anyone actually want to fight for this one, or can we all agree this doesn't? Even if it doesn't exist, enough. Let's lose it.
you want?
Yeah,
do you want to fight? Do you want to fight it?
No. Do you want to? Darth,
No,
Yeah,
what-
let's just leave it.
what-
Let's just leave it where it's at.
No, wouldn't it be better instead of the JJ cut, like
The Colin Trevorrow cut.
Yeah.
No,
yes.
Move
Ooh.
road. The Colin
Yeah.
Trevorrow cut. There you
All right,
go.
you know what? Let's add that in the mix. Let's take the
All right,
JJ
it's
cut out.
added.
What if Disney Plus funded a reshoot to do the Duel of the Fates Colin Trevorrow version? It's never going to
Yes.
happen, but let's say it. Then now I'm into
Just-
it. Now
just so I can
that's
see-
on the top of my list.
Yeah, just so I can see it and compare
Yeah.
and see what. Yes, that I would be 100% in favor for. Let's see it. Let's do
It'll
it.
never happen.
Let's
but
put out the $300 million that'll cost actually $500 million.
Good call. So Duel of the Fates it already has 2 votes. Adon, where do you
It'll
stand on
make
that one?
over $1 billion though.
that's a lot. Another Star Wars I'm gonna have to go through.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Nobody
Do
deserves
it. Do it. Unlimited power.
I'm not gonna lie. It's just Star Wars. I will still go. I will be in that seat to watch it, and then I'll be the one coming out and be like, "Well, I was there."
You were there. All right. So
Have
we've
you heard the tale of Darth Adon the Gullible?
But you know what? I would love to see if they would do
God.
a reshoot of that instead of doing it live action, make it an animation. Because
Nah.
oh, why not? Like have you seen the new Clone Wars? Have you seen like Rebels and all that?
Yes,
When they do
of
the
course.
animation, they kill it.
no.
Yes, of
not
course.
gonna happen.
But those were
I want the full
intended to
movie
be
or
animation.
no. Josh Trank's version of Fantastic Four. Now he has been on record. Thank you for the research stuff. He's been on record saying he doesn't want it. He's like he's moved on. He doesn't care. He's not pitching this at all. But would we like to see Joshua Trank's Fantastic Four? Now, also to clarify, because I've read his article, it's a fascinating article. If you guys haven't read, I forget where it is. If someone can spot check where they can find it, but I did a video about it, I think. But he really opens up about a lot of stuff because he did this new Capote movie with Tom Hardy. But yeah, he does admit faults. He's like, look, I was fighting for this thing, but at the end of the day, it wasn't worth it. This whole thing was stupid. He had his own mindset. That was wrong. I'm curious to see it, but the fact that he doesn't care, I don't care either. Then I want to move on. But does anyone have any curiosity on seeing Fantastic Fan 4 stick? Darth, where do you stand on this?
Is there an option to jig a giant pit like they did with the ET Atari games and throw all the copies of Fantastic Four in that pit and bury it forever?
Sure.
Wait, you can't say all the copies. Are you talking about
All the
just
copies.
Fantastic, not the other ones?
You're just
I like
talking
Yeah, no, the Trank versions.
not the
Okay.
Jessica Alba ones. You're keeping them around. Okay, but just
Yeah,
the Trank.
Jessica Alba ones can stick around.
Yeah, but then you'd get this new one instead. Is that what?
No,
You're like you're
no,
all.
because that's just trading poop for more poop. That's just not.
I did look. I'll go on record. I didn't hate the beginning of the movie. It had a potential, but yeah, it didn't. It's not worth it. All right, so everyone's passing on that one. Then we have the 3.5 hour version of Paul Feig's Ghostbusters. Does anybody want to fight for this one? We'll start with you, Adon.
I'll just let the crickets keep playing that one.
I saw some tumbleweed a second ago.
Seriously, Lunga, would you like to battle this battle?
No, sir.
No, sir. No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Good day, sir.
Good day, sir.
I just made a whole video about Fight because I don't have a problem with him. I didn't like the movie. It's just a miss.
Mm-hmm.
That movie was a miss, and he's still out there blaming politics for it all. It's maddening. But the thought of a 3.5 hour version of that movie literally sounds like torture. I remember sitting in the theaters and it was silent, and there was a crowd there, and no one was laughing. It was just Chris Hemsworth got a couple chuckles, and I might have smiled at one point to like Leslie Jones or something. But man, just crickets the whole 2 hour movie. What were we gonna say, Don?
So no, let's put it this way. Like, I love the original Ghostbusters, and I don't know many people that don't. But like at the same time, I wouldn't sit for 3 hours of that. Why am I going to sit through 3 hours on a remake of that I didn't enjoy?
Good question. So that one's already out as well. All right, we're almost at the end of our list. So if anybody's got one they want to pitch that we're missing, send it over now. Next up, we had though. Oh, you didn't have it on here, but I think that's it. And then the Alita Battle Angel 2, the sequel to Battle Angel that was supposed to be made. I'm immediately for that one. To me, that one might win.
Oh yeah, I'll have that
I
one.
want to see that one like crazy. I think that was a great movie. It's frustrating that Captain Marvel overbeat it. To me, it was such a more fun, exciting space adventure action movie. Introduced cool new characters, cool new world. Love Robert Rodriguez's style in it. Also respected what Cameron was doing. To me, that I wish Cameron had been more involved and people had taken up that movie more seriously, because I don't know why it didn't do as well as it should have. But I would absolutely love to see that world continued. Don, starting with you.
You know what? It isn't even a question how I feel about it. I would actually want someone to challenge me on it, because I would be like so hard on why this movie needs to succeed and go in. It to me is one of the few adaptations of anime movies like that are live action that did it right, and like versus like that were not seeming like they were whitewashing, or that they were just not even paying attention to the source material. This was an excellent example of a movie that deserves a sequel and deserves a chance. It has the love.
Darth, are you fighting him on this, or are you on the same page?
Dude, we're in the same boat. I think you need to find people that disagree.
Well, I see John in the
love that
comments
movie.
fighting for it. But my reality is like, look, he's pitching, no, do this other anime show. Look, he needs an anime lover. I get it, but this was a great start. It actually was really well done. It wasn't like complicated for people who are like maybe put off by anime. Great cast, great direction. It's a good world building world. It's already there. Disney should be putting in money into projects like this instead of like, this is a perfect PG-13 world where they can have something that's more Mandalorian-esque that they have just sitting there ready to go and do like a series or another movie. It's just shocking to me. Plus, I think Rodriguez did it pretty cheap. He built that whole set in Austin. Like a lot of that stuff's probably already rendered. I don't see why you couldn't figure out a way to make another series using some of those Mandalorian tricks just to do a cool series to own that and make that a franchise that they could take advantage of. We have so many obvious things they keep doing, but like if they gave this one a little bit more, I think audiences would start coming to it and go, oh, wow, I missed that movie. That was really cool. Oh, wow, season 2 is even cooler. You should check that. There's an opportunity to build on something that I think is such a smart move for Disney Plus to do that they're not going to do it, I don't think, but this would be one I would absolutely pick. All right, so go ahead. Get Don. Last
no,
one.
I was going to say, you made a great point about that movie did an excellent job of being PG-13, yet you weren't bored and you didn't think that it didn't have enough action. So that's a great example of how you can have a movie that's PG-13 and not make you feel like I needed this to be more violent. I needed this to be there. It rode that line just right. Granted, like 90% of the violence was to like cyborgs, so they could just like make it blue or, green, whatever. So it doesn't meet the, bloody category. They just like, it's oil, but still that's a great way to like keep that open and just have more world building with that.
Yeah, agreed. So that clearly now we have, to me, it sounds like we had two big front runners, which was Daredevil and Alita are the two things that are now Chris or Steph or Eric, did you guys?
So you have Duel of the Fates, Daredevil, and Alita.
Oh,
and
Duel of the Fates.
Two more for you.
Okay, we got two more to pitch to see if they can make it.
So the first one, a story just came out recently that Mr. Sinister was supposed to be the villain in the Gambit movie.
Oh, the Gambit movie starring Channing Tatum. That's a good one to pull into the mix.
That makes sense.
So that's the first one, and then do you want me to give you the second one next, or do you want to?
Sure, give me both of those just so I know.
The second one is the G.I. Joe Snake Eyes movie.
Did that get stopped?
I don't know.
I thought they're shooting it with the guy from Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh, they are still shooting it?
That's what I heard. I don't think that one's dead.
Oh, I thought that one was dead.
No, but the Gambit cut to go back and make a Gambit movie.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to shoot the whole movie, so that's a hard. But I guess you'd have to shoot an Alita sequel. But that Gambit movie's been out for a while.
And
yeah,
Daredevil movie or Daredevil
Gambit. I don't need the Gambit movie, to be honest. I'm curious, but I think we're moving on from that whole world, and let's let Gambit come out in a new way. And if it happens to be Channing Tatum, then so be it. But I want to see what Marvel does with the X-Men, and I don't want some random Gambit movie to come out right now and who's going to be in it with them. To me, it's too confusing. Does anyone want to fight for the Gambit movie?
Yeah, I would. I'd want to see the Gambit movie. I mean, Channing Tatum fine, but if they had to get someone else, that's fine. But I've always loved Gambit. I loved I forgot who the name of the actor was that played Gambit in the one X-Men movie where they showed him.
Oh, for Wolverine Origins.
Yeah, Wolverine Origins, right. I liked him really as Gambit as well. I would love to see a Gambit movie. I think he's a very underserved hero in the Marvel universe that deserves his own movie.
Hey, Petite. Don, what do you say?
if you call me any day of the week and ask me about a Gambit movie, I would just pass. But the sheer fact that they introduced Mr. Sinister will get me interested. Just because I like Mr. Sinister's character and I know the importance of his character when it comes to Gambit. Because that means then we have the Marauders, we have the Morlocks, and we have other characters. Now, I would rather see that being done as a way to introduce, like, possibly the mutants into the Disney universe. But if we're talking about the original Gambit script, I don't think they're ever planning on that. So that I would just scratch that then. I'm just negating everything I just said.
All right, so neither of those are. So I don't think that's either in the front runner of the ones we've said.
Nope.
So the top three.
I talked myself out of it.
The top three we have still, after we've gone through those and making sure nobody suggests anything in the comments to wrap up our final round here. Duel of the Fates, Alita 2, or a Daredevil continuation. Those are our
now,
three
are they
choices.
ranked at all for you guys?
Well, that's what I was going to say. So, Lunga, what's your top choice there to those three?
You said Alita.
A Duel of the Fates shoot, to see that in live action, Alita 2, or Daredevil.
Well, I'm a Star Wars guy at heart, man. At the end of the day, I'm a Star Wars guy, so I would have to say Duel of the Fates.
What's your
sorry. Knock Shadow, thank you for pointing out Solo 2. We skipped Solo 2.
Oh.
Solo 2 is actually also in the works, which would be Darth Maul versus Kira's Adventures, which is apparently in the works over at Disney. Does that entice? To me, that would probably be fourth on that list. Does that go higher for you, Adon, or you, Darth?
I'll be honest, I never saw Solo.
I saw Solo, and yeah, I can live without a second one.
Darth?
You all have no taste.
So which
No
one
taste
would you
at
knock
all.
off? Which one would you knock out?
I would knock out Gambit. So it would be
Gambit's already
Star Wars,
knocked
Star
out.
Wars,
Duel of the
Alita.
Fates, Alita, and Daredevil. Or
No,
Daredevil.
Gambit.
Yeah, Daredevil.
You
You know
got-
what? Alita I can knock off just because I liked it as it was. It was perfect.
How dare you?
So it was a great movie.
Okay,
so
so-
Star Wars, Daredevil.
And that's how you're
Duel of
ranking them?
Fates.
Okay.
Yeah, Duel of the Fates, Solo,
Solo
2,
2.
Daredevil.
Okay.
Okay, Adon.
Alita, that's going to be top of my list. Daredevil, right underneath it. I will pick Duel of the Fates before I would pick Solo 2.
Me too.
I have to watch the first Solo first.
So wait, what was your first again? Sorry, it was
Alita, 100%.
Alita, and I'm gonna go Alita as well. But Darth put it down 2 notches above. And what was your second, Adon?
Daredevil.
Interesting. I would have gone Duel of the Fates, and then I would have gone Alita, Duel of the Fates, and then Daredevil. And Darth, you're so looks like Alita's gonna win just because we had 2 top choices.
Or Duel of the...
What was your number 2, Darth?
Solo 2.
Ugh, that's not even on our top 3. What the hell is show is
Daredevil
this?
was his 3. Well...
And your number 1 was
Duel of the Fates.
so Duel of the Fates number 1. That was my number 2, and that was your number 3, Adon. This is confusing.
My number 3
Yes.
was Duel of the Fates. Yeah.
All right,
Andrew's
let me-
first
votes.
was Alita.
Votes of those 3. I want to see your comments now.
Here, you want me to make a straw poll?
Sure. Or just to do the comments right now. Alita 2,
Yeah, I'll
Daredevil,
put it in the...
or Duel of the Fates.
it's
Those are
fine.
the 3. I
Do
guess you could vote for
straw
Solo
poll.
2 like Darth Daddy Lunga just did.
I'm
Go
just
against the
going to put it
mold.
out there. Fans in the audience, if you're an anime fan, this is the time where you can shine.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a... Let me put a...
My top would be
Yeah, Steph, go ahead,
Duel
what
of Fates, because we need to right that wrong, which is Rise of Skywalker.
I could be swayed there too. That's a
that-
good point. So maybe you're gonna sway me. Keep going.
that it just the whole potential of Duel of the Fates. It's like, why? What possessed them to just completely just put that in the bin? No. Then Daredevil, and then Alita.
Wow, interesting. And then
Mhm.
Chris, where did you stand on the list?
Duel of the Fates, Daredevil, Alita, Solo 2.
And then Kevin. Why aren't you? I'm trying. You got muted. Where?
And let me
unmute
just
him.
say Solo 2 because I've seen a lot of the Darth Maul story and the animated stuff, so I don't necessarily need to see it again.
Kev, what's your thought on this one?
Right. First off, Alita. Secondly, Duel of Fates. Thirdly, Daredevil.
So it looks like Alita is in the comments is winning, but Duel of the Fates I could switch on over to, and that's going to then, if we did, that would probably put Duel of the Fates in the top. So it's definitely between Duel of the Fates and Alita, based off of what. And then Alita gets the comment poll by a ton. I mean, you don't need to put the straw poll up. They're voting for Alita.
Yeah.
And I have no problem with that. That was so. Let's. I mean, we're gonna greenlight both of them. How's that? Bam! Hard to do the work on the math. Alita 2 and Duel of the Fates. You know what? I would definitely overrule and just as the judge. Duel of the Fates. I think Steph makes a good argument. We have a good Alita. It worked. Man, Duel of the Fates. If we could fix that and fans could see it and be like, yeah, that was better. Yeah, that was better.
Just to add a little comment on the end of this. Trust me, I love Alita. I thought it was a great movie, and I want to see more of it. But people are so hung up on it because they made this battle between Alita and Captain Marvel, and people are so hung up on it that they want to see more Alita, because it was just a bright spot. It was a good movie.
It's not even that. It's just that Alita was faithful to the original manga.
Okay, so why does it need to be fixed? Why does it need a recut?
No, it's a sequel. It ended.
We're talking a continuation.
It ended with
of the story that it's
it ended with a thing at the end. Not to spoil it, Edward Norton shows up at the end, and there's a whole what are they going to go next? It's part of a whole ongoing series where there's a lot of other things they can do, and it was planned as a franchise. So the whole point is not to redo Alita, but to let's continue that story and get part 2. So in that regard, I agree. But Duel of the Fates to me fixes a lot of wrongs. Excuse me. Oh man, Mike's Hard Lemonade makes me burp. But Duel of the Fates fixes a lot of wrongs, and I think I don't know. I think people would still like it. I think they'd like it better than JJ's. It would be hard if you made it and you put them side by side. I'm sorry, I've read it. I think a lot of fans are going to turn and go, "Yeah, that was better." Oh yeah, he did that. I don't know what JJ was thinking. JJ, the whole going for a MacGuffin's quest. Oh, what a waste of time. So stupid. So Duel of the Fates could really, I think, change some minds. And it still would have problems, but I think coming off of Rise of Skywalker, fans would love it, and a lot of haters be like, that was better. Finally, we ended that trilogy on a high note that would fix it. So I'm going to personally pick Duel of the Fates as the one, but it's so unlikely that I think Alita is more. But interesting, both on Disney and Disney Plus. What is wrong with you? You need more stuff anyway. Greenlight on both. That's what we say here.
There you go.
I don't know what, but that's how we're going to end this first edition, this first part of our pre-tape. If you're still watching live, we're going to keep talking. We're going to hang out. But I splice this after the fact for YouTube because the algorithm sucks. So thank you if you're watching the playback. I'll put the other part somewhere. You'll be able to watch it either unlisted or it might be members depending on where I might clip some of it. But that's why you got to always watch us live. Thursday nights on Nerd Wars. Or Chris sets it up. Chris has us over on Spotify, Apple, all those other podcast places. You can always hear the whole Nerd War in its entirety. So check it out there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. If you're watching on the playback, check us out live next time. Check out all of my channels over here. Go support Darth Daddy Lunga, the Grey Council over on YouTube. We're so close to get him 1,000 subscribers. Want to get them over that edge, so go check them out. Nadon over on Nerd Tots. I'll put their links down in the description below if you haven't seen it already. At Nerd Tots, one word on YouTube. And then Chris and Steph and Kev, thank you guys always for coming and helping. That's what we got here for this cutaway. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.